Hello beautiful souls. Today we are going to be crocheting a beer coaster, and thanks to Little Things YouTube channel I learned it from her. Definitely go and check out her channel. So materials you'll be needing is very basic materials. You can also keep a darning needle to sew off the extra yarn in the end of your work. So we are going to make a slip knot. Make sure to take that tail in front of your index finger and your middle finger, all right, and then we are going to wrap it around our finger and take it behind. All right, we are going to make sure we wrap it twice, creating a parallel line. All right, I'm going to show you. We wrap it once and then we take it behind that tail. Make sure to take a long tail so that your tail is not too short to keep to keep your working yarn and your tail in an equal length. So you can see my tail here, and we're going to make a cross in the back of our fingers. So we're going to take that first strand and we're going to pull it from our second strand, and we're going to make a twist in anti-clockwise and go underneath our first strand and pull it through, making our slip knot or magic circle, you can say. All right, so keep that tail secure and tighten your work because we don't need too big a circle. We are just going to make 2 chains, and then we are going to work inside the circle. We are going to make 12 double crochet. All right, so make sure to check the tail that you can adjust your circle with your tail. So we're going to make 12 double crochet inside our circle, through our circle. So people who are familiar with how to make a double crochet, you know, and those who not, you simply yarn over and you go inside the circle, you 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through first 2, yarn over, pull through rest 2. Maintain a tension with your index finger and your yarn. So we will be making 12 double crochet. All right, so after making 12 double crochet, I'm gonna come back and show you exactly what we are going to do. So we are done with our 12 chains. What we are going to do is we are going to pull that tail very tightly and secure our work, making sure it forms a circle so that we can slip stitch into that very first stitch we made in the beginning of the work. Go inside that stitch, that V shape you can see, just simply go inside that and pull through your working yarn, making sure a knot comes out, and then you take that loop. You will have 2 loops on your hook, and then you will take off that first loop from your second loop, also known as your slip stitch. All right, so then we are going to chain 2 and we are going to continue making our first row, or also known as second row. You can call it first row, second row, anything, but since our magic circle begins from here, it's quite tricky and quite easy if you follow. So we are simply going to make 2 double crochet into every stitch, increasing the circle. All right, so we simply go inside that stitch and we make a double crochet. Okay, and after finishing off our double crochet, we will go inside that very same stitch and make another double crochet, 2 double crochet in each stitch, increase of 12 double crochet, because we had 12 double crochet in our circle in the beginning of our work. So if we make 2 double crochet in each stitch, we will increase it to 24 double crochet. So always make sure whenever you're making a magic circle, you follow that number you begin with. For example, if you begin with 10, it goes like 10, 20, 30, 40. If you begin with 12, it goes like 12, 24, 36, 48. All right, so follow that number in the center. It's exactly like your maths, your chart. We're going to take a pin or a stitch mark and put it in our first stitch, making sure when we finish off our row, we finish off into that first stitch, we do not lose our stitch. Generally, this is a good way to follow for beginners. People who are advanced with their crocheting, they do not need a stitch marker in case of following your beginning stitch, but I would advise to beginner to use your stitch marker. So we're going to make 2 double crochet into every stitch, into that same stitches. Following our all the stitches, we're going to have 24 double crochet in end of our work. So I'll come back to you. I do not wish to make this video too long, too lengthy, because people who are familiar with magic circle, you can just go and check the pattern. I can moreover just give you some advices and show you how the stitch works, but if I make the video too lengthy, you might lose attention and you might not be too interested to watching the video further. So I'm not going to make the video too lengthy, don't worry. So we're just going to make 2 double crochet into every stitches. All right. So we are going to finish off this row and I'm going to come back to you. So we are done. So we are just going to take off our stitch marker and go into that our first stitch, do that third chain, the V shape forming. We're just going to make simply a slip stitch. All right, and then we are going to chain 2 to make our third row. So in this row, what we are going to do is that we increase, not in every stitch, but we make a single double crochet in one stitch and then 2 double crochet in the same stitch. So the pattern goes like 1 2 1 2. All right, so we'll be doing 1 single double crochet into our next stitch, and then into the next stitch we will be making 2 double crochet together into the same stitch. So we are going to follow that pattern. All right, so we begin with making our single double crochet into the next stitch, and then we yarn over and we go inside that stitch where we are going to make 2 double crochet together, simply increasing the circle because we had 24 in our last row, and in this row we're going to have 36. So in that same stitch we are going to just make 2 double crochet and then 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then after finishing off our double crochet we are going to do 2 double crochet together in the next stitch, in the same stitch. Okay, into this very same stitch we are going to make 2 double crochet together. Follow this pattern until the end of your row and I'm going to come back to you. Like I said, I do not wish to make this video too lengthy, and also I have been interrupted quite a long nice times in my video today because of lots of family chores. So that is the reason I did not wanted to make a lengthy video editing. So quite a lot of work, right? You have to make a project and then you have to edit the videos, you have to do captions and thumbnails and so much of work. So we are going to reach on the end of the row and we are going to make a slip stitch into that V. All right, and then we are going to chain 2 and I'm going to tell you what we are going to do in our next row. So simply following by going inside that V chain, or also known as our first stitch, and making a slip stitch. All right, first we simply count and make sure that it is following the pattern like I said, one single crochet and then one double crochet and then two double crochet in the same stitch. So we're just going to make one single double crochet into that beginning, and then we are going to slip stitch into our beginning chain, and then we're going to chain two. So finishing off our row with a slip stitch into that first row. Alright, so then we are going to simply make two double chains and we are going to start off our new row. And now we are going to make our fourth row, or also known as third row, you can call it whatever makes you happy. So we are simply going to make two double crochet into our two next stitches, and then we are going to do an increase after two double crochet in every stitches. All right, so we follow by making one double crochet into this stitch, and then next stitch we make another double crochet, and then after making two single double crochet in two stitches, we in the third stitch make an increase of two double crochet together. I know this is a bit complicated, but trust me, if you follow my instruction, it is going to be very clearer. And make sure to watch other videos as well, and let me know in the comment box as to where you might be stuck. So I do not wish to make this video too lengthy, like I said, so you just follow by reading the caption and checking the instruction. All right, so you just make your two single double crochet into your two stitches, and then you make an increase into your third stitch, making two double crochet together. So we have reached almost at the end of our fourth row. So we are just going to follow the pattern like I said, two single double crochet into two stitches, and then in the third stitch you just make an increase of two double crochet together. All right, so we are going to follow that pattern until we reach in the end of our row, and you should interact with me in the comment box, please. All right, I make sure to post regular videos every single day, so it is a request from my side to you guys, at least be a little interactive in the comment section. Let me know with regards to any advices or any recommendation you might have for me. All right, so we are finishing off our row, and then we are just going to attach it with our first stitch. We are going to make our slip stitch into that V formation. All right, so making a circle is quite easy, but the ear part might be a little bit complicated. So stay with me in this video so that you learn to make cute bear ears. So we are done with our this row. We are going to make our next row, and I'm checking if this coaster is big enough for my glass or any cup, mugs, anything, but I see it's not big enough, so I'm just going to make two more rows, and then I'm gonna forward with making ears. Chain two and start our next row. So in this row we are going to make 3 single double crochet and 2 increase into our 4th stitch. Alright, I know it's a bit complicated, but if you just follow the number, since in this row we are making our 48, no, not 48 exactly, after 48, what is the number that comes? I'm so bad with tables. So after 48, whatever number comes in your 12 into 5, that is your 60. So yep, 60 stitches. It should be 60 stitches. So we are going to make 3 single double crochet into our 3 stitches, and then we are going to make an increase in our 3rd stitch of 2 double crochet together. So making our 1 single double crochet, making our 2 single double crochet. Alright, so we have already reached almost in the end of our row. Like I said, I do not wish to keep this video too lengthy. People who are familiar with making a magic circle, people who are not, simply check the pattern or comment me. I'll share with you the pattern in your email. Or you can also follow other videos in YouTube. So we are just going to make a slip stitch into our 1st stitch, that V formation, closing the row, and then we are going to start off with our 5th row. So in our 5th row we simply chain 2, and it's very easy. In the last row you made 3 single double crochet and 2 double crochet increase, but here you make 4 single double crochet and 2 double crochet increase together. Simple as that if you just apply your brain. Yep, I'm good at applying my brain, but I'm not good at maths. Ha, not funny, I know. It just didn't do any justice to me. So increase after 4 single double crochet. Alright, so we are going to make this row, and like I said, and I have said a lot of time, I do not wish to make this video too lengthy, and I'm checking if my coaster is big enough, and it is not. So I'm making one more row, and then we will proceed with the ears. So making our 4 single double crochet and then an increase of 2 double crochet in our 5th stitch. All right. So we are doing a slip stitch into our 1st stitch, going into that chain 3 and doing our slip stitch. And remember, we are not making any more rows, so do not chain 2. All right, I'm just checking the length of my coaster. I don't know, whenever I make coaster, why does it becomes like a lid? I just want a very flat circle. Please let me know in the comment box what might be the reason. Any crocheters, any advanced level crocheters. Alright, so we're gonna proceed with making the ears. We simply go inside our next stitch and we make a single crochet, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 2. That is our single crochet. And then in the next stitch we make a double crochet, yarn over, go inside that next stitch, and then pull out your yarn. So you have 3 loops on the hook, pull through first 2 loops and then pull through the last 2 loops. There you go, our double crochet. And then in the next stitch we are going to make 3 triple crochet all together. All right, complicated, right? But not really if you just pay attention. So oh my god, I'm speaking like a professor. All right, not funny. So go inside that stitch, yarn over twice, all right, because it's a triple crochet, pull through, you will have 4 loops on your hoop, yarn over, pull through first 2 loops, and then yarn over, pull through the second 2 loops, yarn over, pull through your last 2 hoops. So like this we'll be making 2 more triple crochet into that very same stitch, yarn over twice. Alright, so go inside that stitch and pull through. You have 4 loops on the hook, pull through first 2, pull through the second 2 loops, and pull through the last 2 hoops. Alright, so we are making our last triple crochet into that same stitch, going inside, yarning over twice, and then we have 4 loops on the hook, pull through the first 2, pull through the second 2, and then pull through the last 2 loops. There we go, we have all our 3 triple crochet into that same stitch. And then after making our 3 triple crochet, we are just going to have a reverse effect. Whatever we did in the beginning of our year, we're just simply going to do that. We're going to make a double crochet into our next stitch, and then followed by a single crochet into the next stitch. Alright, so yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2, double crochet, and in the last stitch we just go inside, no yarning over, normal single crochet, 2 loops on the hoop, and there you go, single crochet. Look at that cute little ear, so adorable. Thank you, little things, for teaching me, and I am able to share my gift with other people as well. So we are just going to make 8 slip stitch into our following chains to proceed with our second year, so that we reach to the length of our second year. We simply do not cut off this year, but instead we just make 8, no, we make 10 slip stitch. Well, all right, I want a little bit of more gap in between my years, so I'm making 10 slip stitch in our next 10 stitches. So then we proceed with our second year. So we are going to proceed after making our 10 slip stitch. We are going to make our second year. We just simply follow the first year pattern. We simply go by making a single crochet into our next stitch wherever we finished off with our slip stitch, making a single crochet, no yarning over, just pulling through 2 loops and then yarn over and pull through 2, then our double crochet into the next stitch, yarn over, go through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through last 2 loops. Alright, and then into the next stitch we are going to be making 3 triple crochet all together into that very same stitch, that next stitch you see. So we are just going to yarn over twice, and then we are going to make our triple crochet, yarning over twice, going into that stitch, pulling out 4 loops on the hook, yarning over first 2, yarning over second 2, yarning over last 2. There you go, our triple crochet, yarning over, going into that same stitch, pulling through 4 loops on the hook, yarning over first 2, yarning over and pulling through the second 2, yarning over, pulling through the last 2. Alright, so our last triple crochet into that very same stitch, yarning over twice, going through that stitch, pulling through 4 loops on the hook, yarning over, pull through first 2 loops, yarning over, pulling through the second and the last 2. I skipped that part because I do not wish to make this video too lengthy. And the reverse effect, we just go inside that next stitch and we make a double crochet, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over first 2 loop, yarn over the last 2 loop, followed by making our simple single crochet into that very next stitch. And then after you finish off your single crochet, if you want, you do not scrape off that yarn, you simply go and do at least 2 slip stitch in the next 2 stitch, and then you can pull through your yarn and scrape off. If you want, you can simply use a darning needle to stitch that tail, or you can take it in the back of your work and make a knot with your tail, beginning tail, and there you go. Ta-da! You have your cute beer coaster ready to be served with your juices, drinks, coffee, any beverage. So you can use it for anything your wish. So let me know in the comment box. Like, share, subscribe. Take care. Love you guys.